Now, yesterday, Dr. Ben Carson got in a little bit of trouble during an interview with Chris Cuomo, where he pretty much stuck his foot in his mouth about how being gay is a choice because people go into prison straight and then they come out gay. Well, he had some words to say about that on Hannity's show because he thinks that he was taken out of context. Ben Carson thinks he was taken out of context. Okay, well, let's listen to him again before we get to another clip with him on Hannity.
You think they have control over their sexuality?
Absolutely.
You think being gay is a choice?
Absolutely.
Why do you say that?
Because a lot of people who go into prison straight, and when they come out, they're gay. So did something happen while they were in there?
So that's what Ben Carson had to say yesterday. Now, he comes out today on Hannity's show and said, hey, look, man, they quoted me out of context. Once again, well, let's just have you listen to this on Hannity's show. Take a listen.
I noticed you were on CNN yesterday, and there was an article that was written today that the next Republican presidential nominee is going to be the person that handles the press the best, and that means the liberal press. And I noticed you were asked a question, and it's going to come up. These questions are going to come up all the time. This one happened to be about gay rights, and you said that you believe that it is a choice. Well, why don't you explain what you said?
Yeah.
And
well, sure. Well, first of all, it was a 25-minute interview. They chopped, and you see what part they emphasize. We talked about some really important things. None of that was brought out. But I did learn something very important. For certain networks, never do a pre-taped interview. Always do it live.
So then they cut it up and they slice and dice, and it's not in its proper context. They put this part in, but not that part in.
So essentially, what Dr. Ben Carson is saying is that they took me out of context, and if you want to do it, take a page from O'Reilly's book, and fuck it, do it live. I kid. Now, Hannity didn't mention that, that CNN footage, that 25-minute interview, it showed no editing marks, no cuts, nothing. We quoted you in context. How dare we take what you said and replay it? How dare we? How dare the liberal media goes and replays what you actually said? In response to this, he said, you know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm done. Quote, I simply have decided I'm not going to really talk about that issue anymore. Every time I'm gaining momentum, the press says, let's talk about gay rights. And I'm just not going to fall for that anymore. And not only that, but he wanted to clarify on Hannity what he actually meant. And this is great.
I believe in traditional marriage between a man and a woman. Mm-hmm. I also believe that our Constitution protects everybody, regardless of their beliefs. And that includes people who are gay. I have no problem with them doing whatever they want to do. I'm just not willing to change the definition of marriage for anybody, because once you do that, you have to change it for everybody else who comes along.
Oh, yeah, I don't have any problem with gay people, despite that I think that opening up gay marriage, and this is a quote from him, will lead to pedophilia and bestiality. No, you're going to compare gay marriage to pedophilia and bestiality. I don't have any problem with gay people doing what they want to do. No, and how dare the liberal media take what I have to say and repeat it back to everyone else? How dare you? It's like they seem to forget that things are taped. They seem to forget that people actually pay attention that are not his conservative base. And so it's like, oh man, I didn't actually know other people are going to listen to me. Rational, sane people are going to listen to me. Boy, I better tone it down. No, I'm cool with gay people doing whatever they want as long as they don't get married. And what's this whole deal about changing the definition of marriage anyway? The definition of marriage is not traditional by any means. And you can look this up if you don't believe me. If you don't believe this, liberal, this elite liberal talking to you right now in front of a camera, you can go look it up for yourself. You can do research. The definition of marriage has changed many times throughout history. Definition used to mean that a woman was property. Now they say the traditional marriage is one man and one woman. But it actually started out as one man and one piece of property. That's traditional. The concept of marriage as we know it today is relatively new. So you're not doing anything harmful by adding in. You're not even changing the definition of biblical marriage. Gay people aren't asking you to change your religion. This is what comes down to rights. It comes down to protections. Getting the same rights and protections as other married people.